comments as we go along, so for now we'll just hit the ground running.
The song you just heard is a relatively recent composition that exemplifies a round. A round is a song sung by two or more groups that sing the same thing, but they start at different times, so the song harmonizes itself as groups are added. The next song, which is also a round, was written in the 16th century by Michael Praetorius.
The resurrection of Christ. And the most recognizable Orthodox Christian hymn of the resurrection is the Paschal Troparion, Christ is Risen. The resurrection belongs to all people in all places and is celebrated in different ways by different cultures speaking different languages. Our first Christ is Risen is an English adaptation to traditional American folk music by Vladimir Morozin.
Christ is risen from the dead, trampling down death by death, and upon those in the tombs bestowing life. Christ is risen from the dead, trampling down death by death, and upon those in the tombs bestowing life. Christ is risen from the dead, trampling down death by death, and upon those in the tombs bestowing life.
In the Creed, we say that the Church is one holy, Catholic, and Apostolic Church. The word Catholic means universal. And even though sometimes different places have different traditions, universal means that people everywhere around the world are celebrating the resurrection together. In this parish, where our school has a home, the Paschal Troparion is sung and his son is Romanian. just as the founders of this parish did over 100 years ago, as well as their families in Romania before that.
Different languages use all kinds of different alphabets. Some look like English letters and some don't. In Spanish, the letters look the same, but they are pronounced differently. For example, a double L in Spanish is pronounced like a Y or a J. Depending on which Spanish-speaking country you are in, there are Orthodox churches in many countries in Central and South America where you may hear a classicism similar to this.
Cristo ha resucitado de los muertos, la muerte huyendo, y a los que están en las tumbas, la vida dando.
The resurrection has been celebrated in Russia for over 1,000 years. The Russian church uses Church Slavonic, which has a different alphabet than English, and most words sound very different. For example, in Church Slavonic, the word for resurrection is voskresy, and život is a word used for life.
Christos воскресе, смерти смерти, смерть поправ, Иисущим Богом живот даровав. Christ is risen from the dead, trampling down death by death, and upon those in the tombs bestowing life. Christos воскресе, смерти смерти, смерть поправ, Иисущим Богом живот даровав.
Many Western languages have roots in Latin and Greek. For example, the English word resurrection translates to Spanish as resucitando, and as French as resurrexi, and they all come from the Latin word resurrexi. Many of the places of the apostles' visit in the New Testament would have used languages similar to Latin and Greek, languages we know today.
Christus resurrexit mortuis, morte, mortem calcavit, et gentibus
Nikolaevich, in honor of the resurrection. Saint Nikolai was born in Siberia, but he lived in America for many years and is considered both a Serbian and American saint. He died in 1956 at St. Tikhon's Seminary in South Canaan, Pennsylvania, where he served as rector for many years.